What is up, guys? Mature Deity. I feel like I haven't done this in forever. We're checking out Meru today. And then also, I think I'm going to have to make another new player guide because there's a decent amount of changes coming with this new update. New Raz coming, new difficulty of hunt. Quite a few changes, and I think I'm going to have to do it. But we'll see if I am. Probably going to be starting tomorrow, so that means I'm minus 2 weeks of my life. But I need to get back into the grind anyways. Now, Meru looked sick. I will be pulling her tomorrow night and we'll be playing her. I played a little bit of RTA today for the first time in a long time. It was super fun. We streamed it, so if you guys didn't see the stream, it was a blast. But let's go in, we'll check her out with you guys. I give my full opinion on whether or not you should summon on her, and the answer is yes. I mean, you should summon on her. In comparison to the current characters, pick her over the 4 that are currently on rotation. Now, is she going to be like a pre-ban character over like Harsetti and like with Raz coming out? I don't know how well Raz is going to do. Maybe we should do a video fully talking about Raz. I'd like to see him first. If he was, I don't know. We're going to have to see how long it takes to get him is the big thing. But either way, she looks like the girl from Nier or whatever. That's what everybody's saying. Everyone kept saying, we're going to get a Nier collab. Well, we got one without actually collabing with them, which is really funny, but her design's amazing. Potentially the best. Mercedes designs always go super hard, but going in, just quick kit rundown, we're going to have, she's a Soul Weaver, okay? That's going to be sharing stats with like kind of similar to DJ Basar. I think it's Ahmed. People were saying it's the same as very low HP, but she has an ability that gives damage transfer to the front character, which is really good, which we'll go over in a second. Decent defense, and she does have effect res. Either way, a Soul Weaver version, very weird. Don't know about that. It seems like she's always been a mage, both forms. So this one being Soul Weaver, very, very different. Going forward a little bit though, let's skip into, I want to see, they haven't showed this, well, they showed the skill 3 at the beginning. No, here we go. The hero introduction is going to be the skill stats again, and then, or stats, not skill, but then it's effect res self-imprint and effect res or imprint for your team. So both of them pretty solid. When you build her, you're probably going to be just building tank effect res. I don't know if you'll go the effectiveness route, but let's go in, break down the kit. Before we get into this, guys, I'm going to have to do it. Raid is having a collaboration with Ninja Turtles. It's a super cool collab. It's the main game I play outside of X7. I have a whole separate dedicated YouTube channel to it. If you guys are willing to try out the game, it supports me more than anything else you can do. And there's a Ninja Turtles collab. They have all 4 Ninja Turtles. But I have a new player guide. If you want to try it out, help me out as a creator, and want a guide to follow just like Epic 7 while you're waiting for this to come out, tomorrow then we have maintenance. So it's gonna be like 2 days before all this new Epic 7 stuff is coming. So if you have some time, I'm gonna play a little quick insert of everything you're gonna get with my link, but it does support me a lot, so thank you any of you that do. And sorry I have to do so many of these, but they're keeping me afloat. So I'll be back in just a second. Now's your chance to become part of my team by clicking my link in the description to get the free Legendary Alanarilla as well as Vergus, Tagore, and Deacon Armstrong as you level up. Here's how to do it. Log out of Play and Play on your PC and uninstall. Then click the link in the description and register using a new email address. From there, launch Raid, complete the tutorial, then go to your mailbox and claim your first champ. Lastly, use the promo code Desert Queen to get the insane Void Legendary Tawanaric for free on top of all those other free champions. That's all you need to do to get these awesome free champs. So click my link in the description now before it expires. Again, any of you that download, thank you. The Ninja Turtles collab is pretty hype. I think it's super hype. I love Ninja Turtles. But okay, going in, let's go over Mercedes. Start of battles grants offering to the foremost ally. It's an unspellable, unique effect. When the ally granting offering dies, recover health of all allies by 50%. When Kyber awareness of an enemy is increased during battle, so anytime ML payroll or anything else is pushing up the enemy, increase Kyber awareness of the caster by 35% of the amount of combat readiness increased. It goes up to 50. So the opponent gains 10, you gain 5. Pretty good. And then this effect will not be applied to combat readiness increase effect triggered by the same skill. So if there's something that boosts multiple times, I guess. I don't know. We'll ignore that part. But now going in, offering. This is a big one. Grant 70% damage sharing from damage received by all allies. Upon receiving lethal damage, grants immortality for 1 turn. So that's why I was saying similar to Abigail, but does way more than her. And then immortality can only be activated once per battle. And offering stays, I guess, until probably you practice immortality, then it'll go away. I don't know. I think it just stays all the time. So you could technically heal up and still have the damage sharing effect. But either way, it makes it to where if you put a tank in the front, it takes 70% damage sharing from all allies. It means the front character is going to die. He's taking all the damage. But if we go in, it's going to give us a little example of that. So they have Crow in the front here. But as you see, Crow took all the damage. Really good. That's fantastic. Now, the skill 2 passive, we're still on that. We would like to go up to the skill 3 real quick. So here we go. The skill 3. So if the opponent gains Chimeranus, you're getting some push as well. So you're going to end up getting your turn with her, whether you build her fast, slow. I don't know what build I would do on her yet. She does have a healing on skill 1, but it's not very substantial. In terms of artifacts as well, kind of hard to decide. I mean, Guardian Axe Crystal is general go-to. But if you guys have artifact ideas, let me know. I'm going to pull her on stream. We're going to test her out and see how she performs. But with the Goddess's Authority, dispels all debuffs from all allies, so it's a full cleanse. The character is pushing up as your opponent pushes up and can full cleanse and creates a Aureus for your team, essentially. Really good. Increases Chimeranus by 15% up to 25%, so you can push your whole team up 25%. So as she cuts, if she cuts in front, she can push up everybody to restabilize and get you back on like momentum pace. Then consumes 20% of current health of the ally granted offering. So it's going to suck some of the health away from the character, but again, if that character goes into almost dying, they're going to have immortality, so potentially it doesn't matter, especially maybe you do a high res tank front. They're just going to survive, go 0 speed, so they're not going to... The bad things, you are going to push them out with this Chimeranus. There's a lot of things that are hard. Crimson Armin maybe come back in because push up Crimson Armin has immortality, and then you put invincibility up for a turn and then try to restabilize. There's so much potential in this character. Then this is a big one. It gives abundance to all other allies, not including her. After attacking, it's 2-turn abundance. After attacking, inflicts 2,000 additional damage to target. So it's like a cascade effect, but it can be procced multiple times. So if you have a dual hit, so Bellion goes S1, S2s, it's going to do 4,000 damage. And if she counters and it procs, it's going to do damage because it's always up. So it's going to be 2 turns. It's not for 2 different effects of it. Like Cascade is the next attack does the bonus. This is just going to be the bonus. That's huge. So if you miss a character, it's still going to do the damage. So evasion characters, this helps fight. There's so much that this does for your team. Lastly, offering is the same one from before. And that's just going over that again. So that's from the passive, the damage sharing. So that's pretty cool. Let's go and watch the skill 3 real quick. See how it looks. I've already seen it like 50 times. It looks so good. It's actually kind of simple. Now that I've seen it so many times, I was super hyped at first. It looks sick, but it's not like the crazy skill 3s of other ones. She just looks really good. The character design just carries her. Okay, so last one. We have Divine Punishment. Attacks the enemy with Divine Lightning, 50% chance to inflict fear for 1 turn. This is where it's really fun. And then also recovers health of all allies per so targets max health. So it's going to heal based off the health of whoever it's healing, not off her health, which is nice. I love these, but the problem is it doesn't heal a ton, and it doesn't have any chance to get the healing higher with the Mologoras. All of the Mologora is for the fear, but if on a 10 soul soul burn, you can get AoE fear on a Moonlight character. So you can potentially shut down the entire opponent's team for a turn every time she skill once. And you can build on counters though too. If you're not soul burning though, it's going to be a 50%, 60, 75. So going up to a 75% chance after Mologora, oh, pretty good. I think that's fun. All right, and then fear is 40% chance to be dispelled. So there's a 60% chance that they'll get to take the turn, but that can completely change the game. This sounds like an RNG nightmare potentially. But it sounds really fun. So the thing, this is where you need the effectiveness on her. I was thinking earlier about you might only need effectiveness. You do need effectiveness as well. She's going to be one of the weird characters to build. So artifact options, you technically have the Einzel Gone Staff that gives both. And then Sacred Tree Branch gives effectiveness as well. There's a couple options you can do if you want. But she's a Soul Weaver. It's probably going to just slowly transition into getting her very bulky. And it's just the way I see her being played is... just make her as annoying as possible to kill, and she's going to perform well. Either way, I think she's worth pulling. Okay, before we go into the little battle preview, she's worth pulling. She's going to be insanely useful. Even if it's just Guild War and Arena, you're going to be able to utilize her as a new player. She's not going to be super hard to build to get the full use case out of her. This isn't a 300 speed character. It's not an opener that you pull and you don't have the gear for. This is somebody you can make work, and I think it's going to be great for everybody. It's like Tenebria. The last Tenebria was super good, but if you don't have the gear, you can't make her work. You want to build her fast. You have to have the other characters around her. This is a character that I think anyone in the game could be able to utilize. You technically use it with the new Raz. Pair her with new Raz. Sounds pretty fun because he's going to get immortality if he's about to die. And then when he does die, he comes right back. That's pretty sick. So let's go in and let's just see the battle preview. It's going to show this and it's going to talk for a second. But here we go. So we're going to go to the combat demo. We're going to watch this for just a second. And then wrap up for the day. If there are any video things that you guys need, I'm getting ready to potentially start another new player guide. So that's going to eat up a ton of my time. I'm still playing the free-to-play account. We're about to get to RTA on that. We did a little bit of work on it today. A lot of work on it today. It's still working on it currently. But outside of that, if there's any specific videos that you guys are wanting done or questions that you have, I will be watching the comment section of this video. So feel free to leave it down there and I'll answer it. If it's actual good idea for a video, I'll make a full video on it. So there we go. As you see, the Crow is taking infinite damage here. But even though the Mercedes only has 17,000 HP, she just got smacked by everything and still doing fine. And she's also at the top of the turn bar because the opponent has pushed up so much. So if you see down at the bottom there, she got pushed up again a little bit because of the Aranka, I'm guessing. It sounds like everything that's going to be proccing is going to be slowly pushing her up. And there, she just got pushed up again. She's going to be taking turns like crazy, which means you potentially don't need to build almost any speed on her. As long as you can stay alive and have a good team composition, she's going to be great. So going forward from here, though, there's not really much else to show. One thing is she does have the fear, so she can technically fight BBK and Januas and give you a chance to win. So here's an example of the fear going. It hits both the Para. Para lost a turn, and it's pushing her up again because the Para just pushed up. So she's already back to another turn. But you can fear the Janua. Let's see if it does it here. So if you fear the Janua, he can't proc. He can't do his ability. And that's the same for, I guess BBK could lose her potential turn. There's so many characters that this is going to be insanely strong, but insanely RNG against. But that's all I have for this video. I won't yap anymore. Let me know what you guys' thoughts are on her. And also maybe I'll make a video on Raz and talk about him because I'm super excited for that. Everybody getting an ML5 character that should be very strong no matter what level of the game you're at. That's really exciting. I'm just really curious of missions, but we have the news tomorrow. New news video in the morning, and that's it. I might stream later. I think I'm streaming Raid later, so I'm going to be making a new account. Any of you guys that want to try out Raid, it'll be on my Raid channels where I'll go live. So if you make a new account, want to play along with me, and have there's something to do for a night or two while we're waiting for this update, come hang out. That's all I got. Thanks for watching. It's been Mr. Deity. I'll see you in the next one.